Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm not sure you can actually, there's some interruption in my video. I'm sorry about that. I apologize for that one. Let us start with why we actually came with this innovation. We're working in an industry that actually your first mistake could be the last one. Lots of workers every day put their lives on the line of fire to keep water, power, and other products running. And the first mistake, as I said, could be the last, like electrocution, and it will not forget your mistake. Let's look at some statistics here. Just by not properly isolate the hazardous energy sources, in US only 50,000 people are injured and 120 deaths per year is the results of the human errors. And we heard a really sad and tragic story as an example, which triggered our mind to go to find a solution, which David Bob, when he was just 46 years old, and after 2 decades working without any incident, just one day by working in a simple electrical equipment, just died and couldn't make it back to the home and with their family. Because he was working in a circuit and he was sure that the circuit is turned off and nobody will gonna turn it off without his permission. But at that time, his radio wasn't silent. And when his supervisors called him and wanted to ask him to be away of the circuit, he didn't receive that message and lost his life. We know OSHA, just to prevent these accidents, created a process which is just years and years in service right now, which they call it lockout, tag out, which is a process that properly they just lock the source of energy, and can be any energy, mechanical energy or electricity or everything. But by all these rules in place and process really is strict, but still we have 3,000 lockout, tag out violation just in US. The problem get more complicated and worse when actually we're gonna use the traditional lockout tagout system, but we're not gonna work at the same place, which is usual, for example, in the utility industries. You're working on the power lines and different towers and different miles away each other, and then we're gonna still have the old system, and lack of communication can cause a catastrophe. No matter radios die, no matter violation or human errors, we need to have our workers safe and take them safe to home and their families. That was the initial trigger that after hearing some sad stories from our workers fellows, and also like the example that I brought, we said we need to think about it. The era has been changed, but still safety stick to the old systems. Our solution was eLOQ. And if you look at the eLOQ, actually like just a product view, is a lock. It is lockout, tag out lock that people put the actual lock on the box. But this one has a specific feature, which is it's a logic that running this lock it or unlock this lock. But if you look at the components, it is a battery, keep it live, and a SIM card, which the reason is to communicate with this lock with the just SMS, and a processor or microcontroller. That's the basic parts of the production, which is make it really feasible and make it really simple to make and use. And this is the way that actually people are communicating with the eLOQ. We have different users, and the users have their phones, and then we have an admin which can set up a whitelist, or actually can set up a passcode and hand it over to the users, and then users are starting by the just simple communication channels like cell towers, communicate with the eLOQ and sending and receiving the message and sending the receiving the commands and sending the commands. Well, I will explain about it. But as I explained, this unique lock has these features. You can define whitelist for them or just create a passcode. And it will actually, because it's electronic based, it's process based, it's easy for it to just keep all logs, which people are just sending the command, which right now it takes a long time, it's time consuming for the people to write, to fill the logbook. And also, this is the unique part, it will remain locked until the very last person took off his lock or her lock and send the OK. It's consensus-based logic here, and which I will explain more in the user journey. And the good things is this lock will remain locked no matter it loses its power, no matter it loses the communication channel, and no matter somebody wants to just get in, like hack it. It will remain locked. And I want to talk a little about the journey here of the user journey. We have an admin here in right now in the just field ready type that we have. We're working on it and we finished the logic. And now as an admin, I can define a code and passcode and hand it over to the crew that are gonna work on the field. And then everybody then start sending that code. That code give them the right as a user. Define them or register them as a user, and then user start to just sending three simple command: lock, unlock, and a status. If a user send lock, the processor reply him or her back that your lock placed, and then inform everybody this phone number or this name, place his lock. At the same time, communicating with everybody, with admin and everybody, and update them about the status of the lock. But when I finished or everybody finished his job or her job, and then sending a lock, that person lock will be removed and everybody will be notified at that time, and then that person will be out of the equation, but lock will remain till the last person remove his or her lock. When the last person remove his or her lock, and then logic understand that now it's time to release the eLOQ and open it. And then we'll do that one, mechanically open the log, and then send the message to everybody. Right now is the operational phase, and nobody should touch the circuits or the equipment. Right message, sending messages, and precautions will communicate to the users. But let's look at the market segments. It's most of the industry can use and take advantage of this product. Utility, for sure, sorry, oil and gas, electrical contractors, construction, manufacturing facilities, you name it, large facilities and military bases. And actually, we were not expecting the medical industry, which we were surprised when medical doctors approached us and said, this logic works really perfect for our operations, because we need agreements sometimes in operations. I mean, it's further than what we thought about the industries that they can use it. And just to look at the market, we know like almost 13 million manufacturing workers we have in US, and just only around 1.39 million in oil and gas workers, which they have the higher standard of the safety, and lots of electricians, like 556,000 people in the as electricians in US, and this lock actually the final cost is nothing compared with the how much actually industry spend on the and the safety equipments. And you see, you know, it will pay for itself easily, and it's a small amount of the cost for the companies. And if you look at the the market that I talk about it right now, just in 2018, is just we had like $14.39 billion in 2019, and it's growing to 20 billion to 2025. And actually, we have the compound annual growth rate in the safety, which is 6.30% right now, and it's gonna increase. And just because we actually using the simple pieces of equipment, and the cost shouldn't be more than $100. And also, we can, as a wholesale, we can have a price like $300, and if you're gonna go retail, it's gonna be like $500. This is the prices that are we thinking about it, and we can make money by the subscriptions and tech supports, and also updating the software and actually the hardware as well. If you look at the market analysis, we have lots of people making the locks. They are really high tech. We are not really high tech, because this is actually our idea is really that's what we work on, that one. And but it is actually, there is no manufacturers that making lock with this concept. Right now, we haven't find any products that actually apply or make his or her their lock just for the safety. We are in this part is really, we have a high margin. And distribution channels, we're thinking business to business. We're thinking to talk with the sale reps and rental equipments companies, and also contractors and wholesale retailers like Home Depot and other wholesalers that they are providing the industry equipments and components. And potential partners, all you just you know, all utilities, and also armies, and also as I said, contractors, and also you know, we can work with the standard companies that standardize everything's and standard bodies. And let's look at our status right now. We are ready to actually come with the final field ready type. And we're gonna try this one in a SpaceX and some commissioning construction companies and testing companies. It will be ready by end of this year, maybe sooner. And the next move is we're gonna ramp it up. We're gonna build our actually organization around it, the sale, and also the operation forces. And we're gonna, for the next, and then we have the proved, and especially going through some process for licensing this product. We're gonna go and for the next generations, and just have a more building more of this lock. And right now, we actually, this product is patent pending, and we are actually talking with the different organizations. And our team we have Nelson Abreu, which is busy with his master. He's going to finish it this year in the USC, and in the field of design and engineering, and actually has a bachelor in electrical engineering. And we have Manori, which has a bachelor in marketing and also architecture. And myself, which I have my doctorate in educational doctorate in organizational change and leadership. I have MBA and also bachelor in electrical engineering. And we have other partners working to develop the program. And we have a good team and solid team to move forward for the next phases. That's all. And let's add, this is actually, this product is desirable. In the safety industry, any industry is looking for this one. It's like a missing part, and it's timely. It's actually, it's late, but because we are the only product in this area, it's always is not late and durable for sure. It's you know, safety will stay and will grow, and it's more concerned and viable and feasible as well. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation, and I'm ready, and I think Nelson Abu is also joining us, and we are ready for answering all questions.
Okay, thank you very much, Reza. I appreciate that. We only have time for a couple of questions. Luckily, we have a couple that are ready to go right now. First of all, is this product ready to go? Have you got an inventory that you can then give to customers straight away?
No, not now. The product actually just the field type is ready to go to test, to start a test in the field.
Okay, and how long away are you to getting a full production level?
We are planning. Yes, we are planning to actually have the first quarter of next year. Mm-hmm. If we find actually the enough found, or or the marketing strategy, but we will be ready the first quarter of the next year.
Okay. And what about liability from exposure or waivers from customers who have a failure or an accident in the product?
We actually at the first phase, we like to use it as a backup of this existing system, which is the traditional eLOQ, and we need to work on it. But this is our concern as well, because we need to go through the standard bodies and work with them in OSHA and other standard bodies. This is the next phase. We started negotiation with them, but it's a way to go.
And okay. It is required by OSHA to use the normal lotto process. So yeah, this would be a backup. And also we make sure that it fails on lock.
Okay. Would you be interested in a testing partner in the chemical industry, you guys?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll put you in touch with the person that asked the question.
Right on.
All right, that's all we have time for you for right now for you guys. If you could take off share screen and we'll move.